We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. City police announced 2 new arrests in connection with that July mass shooting at the Brooklyn homes. Coming up, how the age of one of the suspects, just 14 years old, is reigniting debate about juvenile justice. And amid rising gun violence, President Biden is proposing new gun laws. How gun shows could be forced to follow new rules and what those rules would be. And it is Labor Day weekend. Coming up, we will check in at BWI and other airports to see just how many flights are expected to take off around the country, plus a check on gas prices. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Shannon Lilly. We begin with new developments in the search for those responsible for the worst mass shooting in Baltimore's history. Exactly 60 days after the Brooklyn Homes mass shooting, police arrest 2 more young people.
These young people that we're discussing today made the wrong choice that ended lives and changed countless forever. As a result, they will be held accountable to the full extent of the law.
Police are charging 18-year-old Aaron Brown and an unnamed 14-year-old. They're facing more than 90 charges between the 2 of them, but neither has been charged with murdering 20-year-old Kylis Fagbemi or 18-year-old Aaliyah Gonzalez. Aaron Brown faces 75 counts, including attempted murder. Police say they have surveillance video of Brown entering the Brooklyn Day block party with 18-year-old Tristan Jackson. He was arrested earlier this month. According to charging documents, Brown started firing a gun at the block party around 12:30 July 2nd. Police say Brown admitted to shooting at 3 people on Gretna Court, the center of the crime scene. He says they started firing at him first. Brown is already in custody for a shooting related to an attempted murder in May. The 14-year-old is the youngest person facing charges connected to the shooting so far. He faces 18 counts, but police didn't go into detail because of his age. And his arrest is reigniting debate over juvenile justice laws in Maryland and how young people should be held accountable. In response, Senate President Bill Ferguson says in a statement, quote, during the upcoming 2024 legislative session, the Maryland General Assembly will consider changes to juvenile justice laws to ensure our intent from the 2022 session is realized. He goes on to say, quote, young people who commit these actions must face consequences that reduce the harm posed to communities, and they must receive comprehensive rehabilitative support that actually causes them to change the trajectory of their behavior. Now, what the change to the laws might be is not clear, but it comes as we've heard from state's attorneys across Maryland who say the current juvenile justice system just isn't working. City State's Attorney Ivan Bates indicating the laws have hampered investigations like the Brooklyn shooting case. Take a listen to what he and other state leaders are saying.
As tied our hands is also, the interrogation. We must do something. Under the new laws of the state of Maryland, it has become more difficult for police to question young people about anything.
We have 15 and 14-year-olds running about our community at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, armed and dangerous, unaccountable, and unafraid.
Meanwhile, we also spoke with Senator Jill Carter, who is one of the architects of the juvenile reform laws, and she's standing by them.
The court can have the ability to have oversight and make decisions, take the child out of the home, order certain programs and stuff. The belief that laws need to be changed because nothing can be done is part of a false narrative that's been spread.
A House Judiciary Committee is set to be held this month to review these juvenile justice laws in question. During a recent sit-down with political commentator Armstrong Williams, Governor Westmore also said Maryland's juvenile crime laws need to be re-examined.
We have got to make the adjustments necessary that there can be real measurements and levels of accountability. When you have a person who is a repeat violent offender, I'm sorry, I'm coming after you.
Now, he stopped short of mentioning any specific changes. Fox 45 News followed up with the governor's office asking what changes he thinks are necessary to ensure real measurements of accountability. We also asked why the governor thinks Maryland should wait for the General Assembly to return in January for those changes to be made. Plus, does the governor believe the Department of Juvenile Services is broken and not holding juveniles accountable for crimes that they commit? The governor's office sent Fox 45 News a statement saying the governor will continue working with legislators and community leaders to bring solutions that provide real measures of accountability. But again, no specifics on what he wants to change. And that brings us to our question of the day. Do you think lawmakers are ignoring the juvenile crime crisis? So far, 97% of people who voted say yes. You can make your voice heard right now at foxbaltimore.com. Breaking news right now, the August jobs report showing the economy added 187,000 jobs in August, and that is slightly more than expected. That number is similar to last month's job gains, although the July total was revised down to 157,000 jobs. The president is expected to speak about the new report in the coming hour. When that happens, we'll bring it to you live. Well, it is Labor Day weekend, and it could be the third busiest weekend for air travel so far this year. The FAA expects more than 49,000 flights to take off today alone. As for the number of travelers, the TSA says it expects to screen 14 million passengers between now and Wednesday. If you're driving somewhere this holiday, gas prices are slightly lower than last week. According to AAA, a gallon of gas now costs an average of $3.82. That's a penny lower than last Friday. Here's our look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, an investigation is underway after threatening phone calls to multiple mosques are received throughout the DMV. Here in Baltimore, the Council on American Islamic Relations is recommending stepped up security measures. Just yesterday, the Islamic Society of Baltimore canceled all events in the evening after it received a suspicious call. Trending number two, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol has recovered 12 stolen vehicles and a farm combine from the Port of Baltimore. Those seizures are valued at more than $400,000. Agents have intercepted more than $11 million worth of stolen vehicles over the past year. Trending number three, one person is dead and another 18 are injured after a bus crash along Maryland Route 32. Howard County Police say the bus hit a vehicle that was traveling the wrong way. A 37-year-old from Columbia died at the scene. The bus driver and 17 passengers were taken to the hospital. Trending number four, in Northwest Baltimore, a house collapses in a 2-alarm fire. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it did demand a huge response from the Baltimore Fire Department. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. You can just search WBFF in your app store. Still ahead, getting paid to get married. Coming up, just how much one town in China is paying people to get married young. And Twitter is coming out with new changes once again, how you could soon make phone calls along with tweets. And after 3 years on pause, interest on student loans resumes today, when payment will kick back in.
And we are looking at a comfortable start to the holiday weekend, perfect for heading out to the state fair. Highs will climb into the mid-80s today under sunny skies. Rest of the weekend turns much hotter. I'll let you know how hot it's going to get by Labor Day in just a couple of minutes. It's 11:08. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday at 11.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:10 now, and we are taking a look at your social stream. Interest on federal student loans resumed today. Borrowers still have until October 1st before payments are due again. Bills are expected to be sent out at least 21 days before the first due date. The Biden administration says it will not penalize borrowers who miss payments during the first year. The administration is also touting its new income-driven repayment plan known as SAVE. For borrowers who sign up for the plan, payments will be decided based off their current income and family size. So we have some frustration online about this. Emily here says, happy September 1st. When interest starts on student loans, even though we don't have to pay until October, just in case you were wondering about the contempt the government holds for its people. Look at this one here. All this talk about some wanting student loan forgiveness and others opposed to it. The real question should be, when are they going to cap student loan interest rates and make it low and affordable? I mean, 6.6 to 7.5% is crazy. That's what they should be talking about. Who else agrees? Now, the Biden administration is proposing a gun rule aimed at curbing the gun show and internet sales loopholes. The rule would clarify situations in which someone is engaged in the business of dealing firearms. Currently, purchases from private sellers, whether at a gun show or somewhere else, do not require a background check in most states. But under the proposed new rule, some of those private sellers may no longer fall within the background check exception. So they would need to get licensed and run background checks in that case. John here says, you mean common sense? Here's another one. The FBI has been doing background checks for years, and before that, the ATF did them. Both have checked me out when I bought guns at gun stores over the decades. Starting today, Texas is banning some teens from receiving certain medical care. Effective today, most minors are prohibited from receiving gender-affirming care, such as hormone therapy and puberty blockers. The changes come after a ruling from the state Supreme Court. The internet a little bit divided here. Scott says, finally, some common sense. This user respectfully disagrees. Still ahead, Trump's trial on TV. The new access cameras and the public will be given in his upcoming Georgia trial. And the cost to clean up. How much repairs from Hurricane Idalia could cost, and President Biden prepares to tour the damage in Florida. It's 11:13. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. Welcome back. We are taking a live look over Towson. It is the first day of meteorological autumn, and things are feeling a little bit more like fall if you've stepped out today. It's cooler, we'll climb just into the 80s, but the heat will return this weekend. As a result, some Baltimore City schools will be dismissing early next Tuesday and Wednesday. 12 schools without air conditioning are listed. Baltimore City school leaders said all schools would have working AC by the start of this year, but it appears that is not the case. You can find more on early dismissals and the ongoing problems with the lack of AC in city schools on our website, foxbaltimore.com. 11:15 now, and a big cleanup is underway in Florida after Hurricane Idalia hit the state earlier this week. President Biden will tour the damage tomorrow. A preliminary report on Hurricane Idalia's damage and lost output could cost up to $20 billion. According to Moody's Analytics, that's less than other hurricanes. Moody's reports last year Hurricane Ian caused more than $112 billion in damage, making it the third most costly U.S. hurricane on record. Developing now, a Proud Boys leader is sentenced to 17 years in federal prison for his role in the January 6th Capitol riot. 39-year-old Army veteran Joe Biggs was charged with seditious conspiracy. This is just behind the longest sentence yet in relation to January 6th. The public now has a chance to watch all the court proceedings related to Donald Trump's Georgia election interference case live. According to Fulton County Judge Scott McAfee, the trial and all related hearings will be available for viewing on the court's YouTube channel. He's also allowing pool coverage for television and radio, as well as still photography. Two men plead guilty to sending death threats to election workers in two separate cases. One case centered on a Texas man who threatened the families of poll workers in Georgia. The other, an Ohio man who sent several hostile messages to an Arizona official. Coming up tonight at 4, analyzing the juvenile crime crisis in Baltimore. We take a look at DJS monitoring and the impacts it's having. Plus, the latest arrest in the Brooklyn Day mass shooting, prompting more questions about the juvenile justice laws that are currently in place. We take a closer look at the disconnect between the lawmaker who crafted them and prosecutors across the state. Carjackings impacting residents across Baltimore. We hear from victims on the impacts it's having. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and your forecast in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Trending now. Elon Musk says his social network X, formerly known as Twitter, will soon feature voice and video calls. Musk says the calls will work on Apple and Android devices as well as computers. Rival platforms like Facebook and Snapchat already offer voice and video calls. Musk did not say when the new features will be available to users on X. The company also updated its privacy policies, allowing for the collection of biometric data. It did not specify what information will be collected, but biometric data can refer to things like fingerprints and facial recognition. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. It's hard to keep up, Mark. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but it's constantly changing right now.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels like ever since he got on board, it's become like very confusing.
Yeah.
But also you feel like there's a bigger plan at work. And I think some people are curious and they just stay on because they want to see what's going to happen. I think some people have tapped out. So where do you fit in that box? Are you still on?
I'm still there.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm still. It's Twitter to me. I can't get on. I mean, X. That's going to take some time.
Yeah.
When they removed the blue check, I was maybe a little upset about that. But I'm still there. What about you?
Yeah, I'm still there. The smart thing was, it's funny. It still goes by Twitter if you're Googling or looking for it, because ain't nobody really switching to X.
No, it's been Twitter for years.
But it feels like if the big thing that he plans to do down the line, it might then switch to X. If it becomes something different than what Twitter is, you know what I mean?
True. If he just completely changes
You know what I mean?
the
If you're doing
platform.
something with calls and fingernails and fingerprints and facial, now something different, then it's going to move into X probably.
If
So
it
that's probably
starts
the
to
plan.
go in a scary direction, maybe?
Yeah, almost a lot of it. They're gathering all your information, body fluids, and everything else.
God. But that's what's happening on all social media, so I guess he's being upfront about the reality of the situation.
And then he's going to send us all to space.
All right, thanks, Mark. Wild weather in Argentina, where it is snowing. Meteorologist Amy Aronson shows us just how much is coming down. Amy.
Yeah, we're kicking off meteorological fall here, but here's the wintry scene in Argentina right now. It's actually pretty. It looks like a winter wonderland, but kind of an unusual sight. This tweet says, snowing handkerchiefs in Argentina. Pretty video there. Here's another image from it. This one not so pretty because that bus unfortunately slipping and sliding in the winter weather and in the snow. And yes, you'll notice the date there, August 30th. So that's how they are wrapping up their summer season. For us today, it's September 1st. That means we all kick off meteorological fall. So meteorologically, we are breaking down seasons in 3-month time periods. So today, September, October, November would kick off a brand new season. Average high for today at 84 degrees. By October 1st, we drop into the mid 70s. And by November 1st, low 60s. So it does come with cooling temperatures. Looks really pretty out there right now. We've got blue skies and sunshine over the inner harbor, plus some comfy temperatures. Mid 70s to begin today. Mid 80s is where we're headed. We are enjoying a fall feel for your Friday. It's going to be dry and getting hotter for the holiday weekend, though. And actually, by early next week, we are nearing the triple digits again. So summer temperatures not done just yet. We have high pressure in control, and that is really it for us. Not much happening on the radar here as we get into the holiday weekend. I'm not really tracking any weather makers, so things are going to remain nice and quiet and rain-free. Good news if you want to squeeze in some final pool time. Don't forget the sunscreen. You're going to need it. Bright and sunny out there tomorrow with highs in the mid 80s. The 90s are back starting on Sunday. And then Monday, brutally hot. You're going to want to be in the pool. Temperatures will heat their way into the upper 90s. Maybe you're heading to the beach. That's the place to be. Not as hot there, but still really nice and summery. We're in the low 80s by Labor Day on Monday. And then our temperatures soar. Look at early next week, Monday and Tuesday. We are in the upper 90s to near 100. Both days. You can also see this warm up coming in our full 10-day forecast. After today, temperatures just continue to climb, and we're actually going to stay pretty hot with a heat wave all next week. Shannon?
All right, summer's certainly not over. Thanks, Amy. Coming up, new tech could help those with visual impairments. How robo-dogs could replace some guide dogs. But first, growing concerns about kids and caffeine. The new action some doctors are calling on the FDA to take. It's 11:22. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. right, don't miss this. This is wild. A New Hampshire woman might be $250,000 richer after finding an original piece of artwork at a thrift shop. In 2017, the bargain shopper was looking for a picture frame when she stumbled across a 1930s illustration by American painter N.C. Wyeth. She purchased it for $4 and put it up in her home, then later stored it away. A curator identified the authentic painting and valued it around $250,000. What a find. Some healthcare givers and parents are sounding the alarm about rising caffeine levels in certain drinks. According to a report by Reuters, some pediatricians and parents want the U.S. to ban the sale of high caffeine energy drinks to minors. They say these drinks should be treated like alcohol and cigarettes. Caffeine side effects on kids could include rapid heart rates, headaches, and even seizures. It is time now for your lunch break. New tech could be new help for those with visual impairments. Swiss researchers are developing robotic dogs. Look at them there. They could replace guide dogs. Researchers at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology are busy customizing a four-legged bot to see how well it can safely navigate people who can't see. The team outfitted the RoboDog with special room mapping sensors, which use cameras and lasers to identify its surroundings. The researchers say the robots can be programmed to do specific tasks that real dogs can't do. The team also believes their technology is perfect for blind people who may be allergic to real dogs, but still need that assistance in getting around. That's pretty cool. That's all the time we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle's up next, and Mark Clark is back to tell us what they're working on. Hey, Mark.
I think the dog should be mad about this. Why does it got to look like a dog? It should just look like a robot and keep it. Anyway, okay, we're talking about going out to restaurants and what's rude and not rude. Coming up on Be More Lifestyle. Stick around.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
What's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Me More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Comedian Ray Diva joins us, and meteorologist Amy Aronson in the building. Good morning, everybody. Let me tell you right now, a waiter's going viral over Reddit asking if it's rude to ask customers if they want to split the bill. The woman says she was refused a tip from a couple after she asked if they want the check to split, but the two, who are apparently husband and wife, were offended. Many other waiters coming to her defense, saying it's policy to ask how the bill should be printed. Others saying it would be wrong to assume two people are together just because they're the opposite sex. Okay, Ray Diva, would that offend? I'm not offended by that.
I would not be offended at all. Like, you're supposed to ask in today's climate, like, who wants to pay the bill, because everybody's not coupled up anymore.
Yeah.
And she probably knew that by looking at him, and that's why she asked, do y'all want to split the bill?
She knew there were problems in the marriage.
It was something.
She knew, she sensed that this couple was not together. Amy, what do you think?
Yeah, I would not make a big deal out about this.
It's weird. Like, I can't believe she asked that question. It's like,
I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like something worth getting upset over.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like
actually service that you would get upset over. Like,
yeah.
is she a good service?
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say I don't think I even noticed that. You know what I mean? She said, "Are you guys gonna split the bill?" Well, if it is with you and your wife, you would be like, "Oh, we're together," and she'd be like, "No, you're not." I saw him here Thursday night with another woman with red hair, and she was a comedian.
Not me.
A bartender's going online and sharing the secret code. He and other bartenders used to talk about customers. Turns out there's a bartender's code or a number system they use to talk in code. If you hear someone say 100, that means something needs cleaning. 200 may mean there's a customer waiting to be served. And if you hear 700, that means there's an attractive customer waiting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 700, 100. I wasn't at a restaurant, but I was in someone at a business meeting, and I think the guy wanted his coworker to clean a space up. But he didn't use a code, he just did the whisper, which probably, that wasn't good. I would prefer the number.
Code. Yeah.
Yeah, 200.
Yeah,
you know.
that's Ebonics, basically. But we all have codes. When we're out together and a guy tries to talk to one of our friends, we'd be like, everybody has some.
What code do you have?
No, cut.
Oh, that's the cut?
That's the cut.
Amy, did you have a code when you were in your single life?
I don't think I did. I don't think I was savvy enough to have codes.
Amy, you know you use the weather. Barometric pressure is low.
Every woman got that look. You know that means something ain't right.
You know, what I do, and what's funny to me with ladies who are out together, let's say there's 3 women who are out, right?
Yeah.
Ladies are better than guys because it'll be 3 women who are out. If you see an attractive guy and one of them at the table says something, then you guys, if he comes to the table and he doesn't talk to the one who thinks he's attractive, you guys do not give him any energy.
No.
Because she had said that she thought he was attractive.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys, we don't really play it like that. It's like, come to the table, whatever you get, you know what I mean?
It's a free-for-all, right?
But the funny part to me is always the unattractive woman that always pulls out the guy. It's always like, girl, you know he does not want to talk to you. Codes. We want you to tell it. Do you ever talk in code about other people? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. And at the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, listen to this. One town in China is paying people to get married. Couples who marry while the bride is 25 or younger will get 1,000 yen. That's about $137. The reward is restricted to those marrying for the first time. And according to local officials, it's meant to promote age-appropriate marriage and childbearing.
So that's kind of like third-party dowries?
A little, well, are you down? What do you think, Ray Diva?
The government is interfering in to make them, give them money.
There's a reason. There's a
dowry or
You're
something,
getting paid to do something.
Right?
How do you feel about that?
I don't think anything's wrong with it. I mean, considering where they are.
Would you go for that? Would that play into anything if you're thinking about getting married?
It depends on how much money. Like if a Jamaican said, I got 50,000 Ray Diva to go. No, let me stop. But no,
wow.
I mean, I think everybody has a price.
Really?
I think everyone has a price.
I mean, desperate times, right? I feel like marriage rates will definitely increase there.
Yeah.
I just hate it. Marriage rates go up.
I mean, for us, I feel like we were all excited thinking we'd get some tax break when we got married. We did our taxes. We owed more money doing it together.
See, we don't get paid, and our marriages don't work over here, so those might be the marriages that work.
I just can think of Big Mama now adds that to the arsenal. Like, baby, now you're almost 25, and you get an extra $1,000, and Amy said you get a tax break if. Well,
not here in the U.S. apparently.
Okay, well, Ray, Diva, great seeing you. Amy, we'll see you later on. And, you know, Lady T will join us live from the fair. Still ahead. That's right. State Fair is back for another weekend coming up. But look at some of the educational opportunities kids find at the fair. But first, preparing for the unthinkable, the new personal safety device is perfect for kids heading off to college and on their own.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
We can't always be there to protect the ones we love, but we can help them prepare for the unthinkable. Stacey Bell is here to share a personal safety alarm that sounds the alert with the push of a button.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
I've got some numbers for you. Listen to this. In 2021, there were 1.4 million assaults in the United States. Staying safe is a primary concern for us and the people we care about, and I found something I really like. It's this little mini safety alarm. It's called Bling Sting. It's little, but it's going to give you peace of mind. This thing is loud. It's 125 decibels, louder than a siren. Take a listen because it's loud. Loud. It has a flashlight, so if you're fumbling around for your keys like I do, you can use the flashlight. It's so tiny and it attaches to your purse, your backpack, your belt bag, whatever. So if you're out walking the dog, if you park in a parking garages used to just really make me a little nervous. This would be great to have. It's TSA compliant. You can take it on a plane. If you're just out by yourself at night, this is going to be a great thing to have, or even say you're walking around campus during the day. I got one for my stepdaughter, my sister, myself. I bought a bunch as gifts because I just think they'll make nice things to help keep people safe. Not to mention, I really like the on-trend, the camo colors. When I opened the package, I thought, oh, this is so cute. It's cute and it keeps me safe, so I'm all about it. Right now, we're offering up to 25% off Bling Sting. Just head over to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
It's the second weekend of the Maryland State Fair, and we're taking a look back at some of our favorite things to see and do at the fair. Earlier, Lady T and I got a chance to see how the 4-H program works with the kids at the fair.
Hey, you guys, we're at the Maryland State Fair, and there are a ton of educational opportunities this year at the Maryland State Fair, right, Mark?
That's true. Every year, people of all ages get a chance to show their talents and their skills.
That's right, and we've got a competition and skills show that you're going to want to know about, okay, with the Agricultural Department. I am here with the Agricultural Director, and it's Kelly Garvick, right?
Yes, ma'am, Kelly Garvick, and I'm new this year to the Maryland State Fair as a staff member. I've actually been on the other side of the fence as an exhibitor for about 40 years now.
Whoa, lots of history there, 40 years, and you're passing on your wisdom, correct?
I absolutely love this. I love to watch these 4-Hers and youth exhibitors come into their own and learn and grow every year. So that's made it a very perfect fit for me to be an educator here at the Maryland State Fair.
Fantastic. Okay, now who do we have with us over here? Hello, darling. What is your name?
My name is Kylie Medlin. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Carroll County, Maryland.
Now, who is this with you here today?
This is Doja Cat. She's one of my market land projects. She is actually born and raised on my farm in Carroll County. and yeah.
Oh, wait, you said her name is Doja Cat? Get into it, yo. Okay, that's awesome. That is fantastic.
Doja Cat, and she is a lamb.
Yes, and she's got the hooves with the fur on, Mark. Did you see that?
I like the boots.
Mark, you gotta get in and pet her.
I like the boots.
You gotta get in and pet her,
Come
Mark.
on, Doja Cat.
Come on,
Hi.
Doja Cat.
Hi.
She's sweet.
You gonna say something?
She's a Billboard top charter.
Hi. Oh. She was talking earlier. She's silent.
Now she's real quiet. The camera's turned on. She's real quiet.
She said, "Don't play with me."
Right. Okay. Well, tell us about your experience doing 4-H. What's it been like?
It's been an incredible journey, to say the least. I started 4-H a little bit late compared to other kids. I've kind of had to play catch up, if that makes any sense, but I've made a ton of friends, a ton of memories. It's been a wild ride, but it's been fun.
Oh, that's awesome. What have you learned the most throughout 4-H, and raising this beautiful Lammy here? What have you learned?
Pose.
The biggest lesson, I guess, would be responsibility, work ethic. It takes a lot of time and effort to get these animals ready for the show, get them trained up to look good in the show ring. Essentially, for exhibitors and kids who show livestock, they're kind of like our children. They take everyday care, morning, night, afternoon, making sure they're cool, fed, have clean water. That's been the biggest thing that I've learned.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Okay, and I want to pass it along to Doja Cat. Doja, you have anything you want to add at this point?
No.
You sound a little bit like Mark Clark. What's going on there?
No.
Mark. Well, you'll see this and so much more of the Skills and Competition show here at the Maryland State Fair.
Fun at the fair, plenty more to do at the fair still ahead. We're taking a look at the games you'll find on the Midway.
So I guess we're gonna do this. Hey, you guys, we're at the milkshake competition. We're at the milkshake competition at the Maryland State Fair, and this is you guys gotta check out our milkshake coming up in just a few seconds. We'll talk about it. Recapping in a few. Stay tuned.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
It's an annual tradition at the fair, local celebrities fighting for the bragging rights and the coveted undeniable dairy trophy and the undeniable dairy shake-off. Our very own Lady T is at the fair. She and Fox 45 News anchor Tom Rogers just competed in this year's competition. Ooh. Lady T, did you bring home the trophy?
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Now, it was better, though, before.
It was better before. It was better before. So this is we're at the undeniably dairy shake-off, of course, the milkshake competition. And we had a straw Barbieheimer milkshake, you guys, right? So look, we had the effects.
Barbie.
We had Barbie. He's Oppenheimer. We thought we had this. Listen, we lost. We did not bring home the trophy.
Something's on fire.
We did not bring home the trophy as expected, okay? But let me tell you something. Everybody was watching and taking photos with our drink, Tom.
Yes.
Everybody was, they all said that they thought we had it. WJZ, for the first time ever, won the milkshake competition.
I was going to say, you guys
apparently did do something well with chocolate and some what else do they have in there? Cookies.
It was a dedication to the Orioles bird.
They played that one.
They played that one. They played right into the judges' hands. I don't know who they paid off, but no, they did a great job though. They did a great job. Everybody did a great job, but ours, I felt like ours was a winner, and everyone thought that ours was the best.
Our shake brought all the photogs to the yard. They were all around us.
They were out here like they were trying to shake with our shake, y'all.
Well, guys, it sounds like
it was a lot.
It was a lot. And I drank a lot, so now I'm really hooked up on sugar.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
It sounds like the concept was amazing. The concept was amazing.
The concept was amazing.
It was.
Somebody
much creative. Yeah. The judges took off in a hurry. That little 9-year-old,
there was a 9-year-old girl, and I really spoke to her. She had my favorite. I said, "You have my favorite color shirt on." I was laying it on thick, you guys.
And she was like, "Nope,
doing it.
Yours did not taste that good."
She said, "I couldn't believe it," but everybody was taking photos with our shake. Everybody wanted our shake. Okay, so obviously we got robbed. But the competition, everybody said they thought ours was going to win. Everybody said that.
Yeah. Well, we did not.
Did you not?
Well,
they came up to me like, "We thought y'all had it, honestly."
Well, somebody
I had a face shield when I lit up the sparklers.
I know.
Yeah.
We did it. We tried our best.
Somebody here said,
but we feel like winners.
Somebody here said, you're our winners, of course. Somebody here said the concept was strong, but it was really just a strawberry shake.
No, I think whoever said that is a hater, and they need to back up. Whoever said it was just a shake. They tried to say it was just a shake. I don't know who these.
Wait, who said it was just a shake?
Somebody said they thought it was just a shake, Tom, and I am disappointed.
We had like the Barbie shake. It looked perfect. You had edible glitter on there. A little bit. We had whipped cream, fresh strawberries.
We had fresh strawberries.
It was
dairy
color.
We had all that. We didn't use almond milk.
Bomb on it. But
we had a big lava ball on it.
The lawyer said we could not blow up.
It's okay, but you know what? Tom said next year, 2024,
That's
we're coming for y'all.
Hey
hide your
guys,
milkshakes.
we have faith
hide your friends,
in you.
hide your milkshakes. We're coming.
We have faith. We have faith in you guys. Thanks so much.
We so good. Thank you, Tom, for having me.
At the
That was
fair.
awesome. Next year. Come on, lady.
Thank you.
And happy Friday. And let's check in with Amy with the weather. What's up, Amy?
Yeah, perfect day for a milkshake. Meteorological fall is officially here. So let's head places where it feels like fall. We're going to head way up in North Carolina, the mountains there. Cool start to the day. 40s actually being reported for the start of a new season. So meteorological fall groups it into 3-month time periods. Today kicks it off September 1st. Mount Washington very, very high up. They've actually been dipping into near freezing temperatures for the first time since early June. So yeah, a little chilly there for the start of fall. But then here's a look at New York City looking beautiful and feeling nice too, with temperatures headed into the upper 70s today. And if we take a look at our typical temperatures for this new season, today 84 degrees, by October 1st 74, and then by the start of November low 60s. So the start of fall comes with cooling temperatures, and we will see that over the next couple of months. Not this week, though. Temperatures are actually going to be heating up for Labor Day weekend. We've got sunny skies now over the Inner Harbor. Temperatures in the mid-70s to start. We make a run for the mid-80s today. We're going to heat up over the holiday weekend. We're tracking all sunshine, and by early next week, a little too hot with temperatures near 100 degrees. The only weather maker I'm tracking is actually high pressure sitting to our north. That's directing that dry flow our direction and keeping us dry and sunny all weekend long. So not tracking any shower or storm chances, at least in the short term. So instead, we're tracking temperatures. We are heating up. Tomorrow looks like a great pool day, highs in the mid-80s, 90s by Sunday, even hotter by Monday. By Monday, you got to be in the pool for the holiday with temperatures getting close to that triple-digit mark. Maybe you're heading to the beach. Looks great there, too. Nice and comfortable to start things off. Upper 70s by Sunday, low 80s by Labor Day with nothing but sunshine. Temperatures will continue to heat up, though, beyond the weekend, so low 90s kick things off on Sunday. That's the start of a heat wave that will take us into early next week. Monday and Tuesday, pretty toasty with highs in the upper 90s. And you can also see how long this heat wave lasts by checking out our full 10-day forecast. Not a lot of rain chances in the next 10 days, but we've got plenty of heat. Temperatures will climb at least 10 degrees, if not more, above average. Brings us into the upper 90s, record levels Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, even into next Friday. We're stuck in the 90s. It's not until the following weekend that temperatures will start to come back down and return to the upper 80s. Back to you.
And if you're heading out to the fair this weekend, there's plenty to do. There's exhibits, foods, rides, and of course, games.
Okay, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna talk games right now. So I'm so excited because there's obviously lots of games here. Okay, I'm looking at the prizes. That's really what I want to get with right now. All right, so let's get Dale in here. Dale, hey.
Hello, hello.
How you doing, sir?
Good, good.
All right, and Mark Clark is back with us again, too.
That's right. Dale is the game king.
He is.
He's the king gamer. Long before gaming in your basement, you had to be out here in these streets. Dale. So Dale, this is one of the big draws. Of course, you know, the fair, you're gonna go, you're gonna win a big toy. Has it changed? Is it still the same?
It's pretty much the same. We have a lot of fan favorites. You know, we have water games and then duck ponds for the little kids. So we have.
We need to walk over.
Yeah, let's go.
This is a game where somebody plays and there's a winner every time. So it's a race, so 3 or 4 players will play.
Okay.
I think Tiffany Tiffany's scared of me, Dale.
Can I take Mark on? I feel like I can beat you, Mark.
You hop in there. You hop in there too, Dale, while you talk to us.
All right, we got you.
Are we locked and loaded?
Dale's cheating.
He is cheating.
Who's going to take a big prize home over here tonight?
Okay, sorry about that, Dale.
Number 5.
Who won?
It's okay. I'm gonna give it to my little girlfriend,
I got a
Lady
head
T.
start. Oh man.
I'm gonna give it to my little girlfriend, Lady T.
A big prize.
You don't have a choice at this point.
Dale, what's the most popular game at the fair?
You know, that's hard to say because we have games for little kids and we have games for adults and we have games that can be played by both. So it just depends. You know, we have a BB gun the kids love to shoot the BB gun, and then right here you see there's a ring of duck right there, and then you can pop balloons, and boy, we have just a little bit of everything for everybody.
Lady T, what's your favorite?
Listen, I saw some axe thrown over there, and I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get into it.
And we got basketball too.
Oh,
so,
you got?
yes.
Oh, yes. Because I used to hoop back in the day, or I dated someone who played basketball. I think that's what it was.
Now, Lady T, I'm older than you, Lady T, but back in the day when me and Dale were in school, when you won a prize for your girl, that was a big thing.
That was a big deal.
Do you have a prize I can give to my girl?
Do you have a prize?
You can choose out any prize you would like.
What do you want, bitch? You want, Lady T?
Oh my gosh, I've just, it's so many options.
Hurry up now.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We're on TV.
I guess my favorite color is green, but it has horns.
Oh,
let me get that one in the middle.
Okay.
Yes, the bull.
Oh, this is.
Shake it, dinner.
All right, well,
Look at
this
the
is.
size of that one.
See, Dale.
Oh, she's beautiful.
I had to get something for my girl. Let's go, Lady T.
Hi. Oh my gosh. Let me introduce you
Dale.
to Teddy. Let me introduce you. Get a close in on him. This is my new boyfriend.
Still ahead, talking in code. Have you ever done it? Use a secret code to talk about people without them knowing. You know, come on. Okay, coming up, a bartender reveals that he does, or she does. We'll tell you all about it next. Bartender is going online and sharing the secret code he and other bartenders use to talk about customers. Turns out there's a bartender's code or number system they use to talk in code. If you hear someone say 100, that means something needs cleaning. 200 may mean there's a customer waiting to be served. And if you hear 700, that means there's an attractive customer waiting. And we wanted you to tell it. Do you ever talk in code about other people? Most of you are saying sometimes. And we got a great show lined up for you. Monday is Labor Day. We'll take you inside the kitchen and share some cookout ideas. Plus, we'll chat about whether it's taboo to wear white after Labor Day.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
And thanks for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we'll see you Monday. Take care.